Yeah, it's that time of year, folks. It's Christmas Eve, the day that we all been waiting for, and you're watching Ocean's Pit today, folks. Santa, thank you very much, guys. Merry Christmas, Christmas Eve. Actually, this is Ocean's Pit, little show about big things for a special little ho ho Tuesday, Christmas Tuesday, of course, whatever you want to call it.
I can put the hoe in Tuesday today if you want. I can do
Tuesday
that.
today. And anyway, if you're watching, I hope you guys are. If not, you're watching it later in the day. Anyway, check the website, TonyOceanMusic.com, and give us a call at 847-769-8609 to book a show. Today, every show and every day, the shows are dedicated to the first responders. And thank you, everybody in the military and the veterans and everybody who fought for our country and fight for our country every day. It's Twisted Tuesday with Carol Brandolino. It's Christmas Eve, December 24th. Let's go. Ho, ho, ho. It's that time of year, folks. Merry Christmas, everybody. Twisted Tuesday, ho, ho Tuesday, whatever you want to call it today. And Carol Brandolino's in the house. Carol, how are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing good. We're down to crunch time, right? I have some gift cards to get, little gift cards, little scratch off tickets for the little gambling fiends in my life. Just little things like that. Everything's pretty much wrapped. I have a couple things left to wrap, but we're going to be, I'm doing a little brunch tomorrow morning, like noon tomorrow at my house, something different. We've not done that before. So we'll do that at like noon for a few hours, and I'm going out for Christmas Eve tonight. And I still have to go out and get groceries to make the grape salad that I make after the show.
What time do you guys start your parties?
So tonight, where I'm going, it's going to be between 4 and 5. They say anytime. It's kind of open house, but they're not doing like a full sit down dinner. They're going to do, kind of appetizers and food all out. So after 4 o'clock, because some people have to work today till like, I don't know, maybe 5. Some people do have to work till like 4, 5, 6 o'clock today.
Okay. Yeah. Good point there.
Do you guys doing Christmas Eve? Do you do the fishes? The fish?
No. We never did the fishes. Even when I was a kid, my parents never did it. Maybe because they're on the north side of Italy. I don't know. My mother never got into all that stuff. They might have a few for sure. Like we'll have shrimp and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We got about maybe 40 people here, 45 here today. And then tomorrow we got kind of just laid back, and whatever's left over, we do whatever we do. But it's Ocean's Pit. We want to thank, again, our good friends, Ace Hardware. Ace is the place, buy local, shop local, folks. U-Haul Rentals and all their locations are here for all your moving needs, personal business, small loads. They have you covered, and take advantage of the auto key program at all their stores. They program car cut keys up to 50% less to the dealership. Visit the Hub to speak to a certified member. And guys, remember, Ace has got all their indoor and outdoor decor 30% off for the holidays, folks. Ace is the place, buy local, shop local. So we were thinking do the show today, not do the show today, but you know what? We're here for about an hour of your time, and I hope you guys can get a little laugh and have a little fun. I just want to say my happy thank you to my guest yesterday, Vince Amore, entertainer in Chicago, singing his 2 Christmas songs. It's the weather that makes it better.
Yeah.
And then what is Christmas? Very cool. But yesterday in the middle, I had no clue. I see my wife, Laura, come up into the office, the studio here while I'm doing, I don't know what she's doing. She's moving chairs. And Elliot Winbush from Ocean's Rat Pack came up and crashed the show.
Oh,
he was in town, he was in the neighborhood, and he dropped me off a nice book, The Chicago Television. It's a history of Chicago television. Ray Rayner, Bozo, all that stuff. So,
what a great gift.
So, Elliot, if you're watching, or Karen, thank you, Elliot, for that beautiful gift. I will start reading it later on tonight or tomorrow, but that was a lot of fun. So thank you much for that. And tomorrow we will not be on. Tomorrow is Christmas Day, so you guys can sit down and enjoy everything that's going on over there. Christmas Eve. What do you do Christmas Day, Carol?
So Christmas Day, that's usually like it always just worked out this way. Me and our family, we always focus on Christmas Day. I don't know if a lot of Greeks do or don't. I'm not exactly sure, but we did Christmas Day always at like an aunt's house and then grandparents' house. And then as everybody, the families changed, different people took it over. So, but this year is a little different for us. I just said, you know what? Let's do it a small something at my house because other people, they're married, they've got extended families. So my nephew has to go to like 3 houses tomorrow, and it's hard, I just said, let's do a brunch. Let's do a small brunch. We'll do a little bit of breakfast, some mimosas, which I had to make one this morning just to make sure it tasted good.
There you go. I'm already on my third Jack today, so I'm already ready to roll, so it's good.
Yeah, we're going to do a brunch tomorrow, and then everybody can go on. They can stay here if they want, but we have a lot of games. Our friend Gina bought us a ton of games. She came over and gave my kids their Christmas gifts yesterday. We had it's called beer pong, but we obviously weren't doing it with beer, but they're like those little cups. And I mean, we done a mini pool table. She got the kids, these little tiny ones. So last night we were sitting here playing like a ton of games. So I think I'll bring them out tomorrow for the family. So we're going to do that. It'll be nice.
I never did that when I was a kid because only us 4, So we played little games. If I went to my friend's house, we do that sometimes here. Hopefully we can get some games going. But it'll be a lot of fun. I'm excited about Christmas, and I know this time of year. And we're speaking of the food clothes drive that me and my buddy Danny Nozak have been doing. I've got about 5 or 6 bags of clothes, coats, a lot of stuff. I know Danny's got a lot of stuff. Tap House Grill's got a bunch of stuff.
Well, that's great.
Well, you got a couple more days, folks. If you have anything you want to give, and you can either bring them to the Tap House Grill in Lamont or Gigi's Are We Live in Burr Ridge, or you can drop them off at any Tony Ocean show. We got 3 left before. We're going to do it actually on the 29th. Danny's picking me up at about 11 o'clock in the morning. On Sunday, and we're going to distribute all the coat. We got some great coats and hats and scarves and gloves and blankets and a lot of stuff for people that they can really need it now. The homeless in down Wacker Drive, and I'm excited about that. So if you got a chance, you can bring them to the shows. I'll put them in my trunk, and then we'll be passing them out. We really appreciate it. And also, that's still the 29th. And that's why Thursday, day after Christmas, will be the main event band. Will be at Bellagio, a 7:30 show. Friday will be at Chicago Prime Steakhouse, kicking off my birthday weekend. And then, of course, the big bash on the 28th at the Urano and Esti Club Arcada Speakeasy. I'm excited. We have a lot of surprise guys showing up. And, of course, we have the main event band, which will be a lot of fun. That starts at 8:30. Oshows.com for tickets are almost sold out. Can't get too many people in that room. So I'm excited. But it's going to be a lot of fun, and they're turning 62. It is what it is. All right, so I want to say our prayers out to our friend Danny Nozak. His dog Zoe took a little fall yesterday. We took him to the hospital, and thank God it seems like he's doing much better. So our prayers go out to that guy's, of course, Zoe there, and Danny. He goes, well, Sandra, how you doing? Double T. Ryan, yes,
Merry
there was
Christmas.
A plane crash damaged 3 people died yesterday afternoon. Oh, Ryan, I did not hear of this. Ryan Lewis, Merry Christmas. Oh, first of all, Merry Christmas to everybody that's watching here today and people that are not. Emo from Florida, Felice. Como está, mi amigo? Dennis from Lake Geneva. Thank you, guys. Julie Jules, Southside. Everybody else that's tuning in. There's Teresa. There's Gina. There's Randy. Steve Higgins. Merry Christmas, guys. Or Happy Holidays, even though, you still get that shit, Happy Holidays, Merry Christmas. It's Merry Christmas to me.
I'll never be offended. I would never be offended if someone said.
You guys aren't either. I mean, it's just right now. We talked about it before. Every Christmas song, it's got Christmas in it.
Right.
Happy Holidays by Andy Williams. So it is what it is. Pina, I hope you're doing well. Merry Christmas, Karen. Merry Christmas. Also, we want to say congratulations to the bass player from Mojo's Jukebox, John, and his lovely wife Kathy became grandparents. Congratulations, Johnny and Kathy.
Congratulations.
Some of the Mojo's guys will be at the show on the 28th. So congratulations to those guys.
I even have a surprise for you for your birthday. I'm so excited.
You know what? It's going to be fun. We're going to have a great time.
It's going to be a good time.
pit little show. Let's talk about a couple of crazy little things.
Right.
You know, in this crazy world, and we know how crazy it all is. And I'm hoping, I mean, it's been nuts. Nothing surprises me anymore when something comes over. There was a state trooper. My wife just told me this morning, Laura was telling me a state trooper pulled over to clean up some garbage or something, and a car hit him.
Yep.
And a car hit him. So it's a $10,000 fine. And this guy's got to have jail time. You know,
I heard, okay, I'm not going to say this is, but I saw this on Facebook. I saw that it happened. And then this morning, someone posted in this Will DuPage County police blotter thing that he was out already. The guy that hit him. Like, they must have arrested him. I heard he's out already. And because of it's got to be the Safety Act, a bond thing, maybe. Because if you don't have to pay bond, either you have to pay, either you don't pay bond or you get out. There's no bond anymore right now. That's the thing.
No cashless bond. Right.
Jail, or maybe if this guy has no prior DUIs, no prior this, no prior that. Yeah. That must be what happened, because I saw that he's out on bond already. But
we don't know. I don't know the details. Was the guy drunk? Was he just not paying attention? Was he sick? Something happened. I don't know the details.
I don't know.
But our prayers go out to the police officers. Yes. So there you go. Thank you, Boyd. We found out he was drunk. So this driver was drunk, according to Boyd. Thank you, Boyd, for the information.
Okay.
Horrible by that. And just be careful out there right now and anytime.
Take an Uber, guys. There's no excuse to drive drunk ever again. I mean, you should never have done it, but here at this day and age,
you got to be careful now, guys, because even this morning it was you had to be careful because I slid into a liquor store again. I don't know how that happened, but besides that, so you got to be careful, guys. Julia, Luann, how you doing? Buddy, Merry Christmas. Boyd, Merry Happy Holidays. Angelo, Teddy Koloff's, folks, great hair salon, stylish spa on the North Shore. Teddy, I hope you're well. Let's get Teddy on that show. We got to get him on the show in the new year. There's Kim Peterson LaFew from In Session. All right, a couple other things. So like I said, be safe out there. And also with gift cards, if you heard about this scam that they're doing, according to Daily Herald, some of these gift cards are already being drained before you buy them.
Oh,
so even though you buy them, you pay for them, you get the receipt from the store. But then when they go, when the guy or girl uses the gift card, it's no good. They're draining them. It's another scam, another thing to ruin the holidays, just to ruin. They're just some awful, horrible people in this world.
You know what you might be able to do? Like if I get it from a restaurant, because obviously I've worked in restaurants for so many years. So when you make, you actually make the gift card and put the amount in there on the person's side, the manager's side. I always ask them, hey, can you swipe it just to show, because it'll show you what it's worth on the screen. So you can ask them at restaurants for sure. I don't know if you could do it at people buy all these gift cards at Walgreens. I mean, they're there. It's convenient. They make a ton of money off the gift card.
And then, a lot of them, sometimes you get the gift card that says 50 or 100 or 200 or 25, whatever. But then there's one that says anywhere between 20 to 200. And then you put in the amount or to put it in. So be careful out there with these gift cards, special because of this holiday. Also, if you're buying Roy oysters, a lot of people talking about fish now. This started in Los Angeles, and it said it might be coming, according to ABC, 80 people already been sickened of the outbreak of Roy oysters. You got to worry about fish all the time, folks.
Of course. But raw anything, me, the only thing raw for me is I could do ahi tuna raw. Other than that, like sushi, I'm like a generic sushi person. I need the rolls, the California rolls with the vegetables and the rice.
I can't eat that stuff.
No.
I like California rolls. Yeah, but you know what? When you see them, you see people eating these actual these things coming out of the plate.
People offered me, I'll never forget, I was in Florida many years ago. I was much younger and, out and doing the thing, and they're like, I said, what is a place called the Shuck and Dive? I don't know where it was. I think it was maybe near Delray Beach or something like that. They were offering me money because I'm like, to just do one raw oyster. I said, there is no way. You might as well have somebody do one of these.
Yeah.
Right in my mouth. Because that is what it is to me. It's like snots. It's so gross.
I can get a few of those every now and then. I might get a couple. Then you put the little Tabasco sauce. It's fine. But I know what you're saying. Sandra Argento, good friend Sandra, says, unbelievable. I sent the gift card to my niece and there was zero balance on it. So there you go. Sandra already got scammed by somebody there. It's just crazy. Jill from Indiana. Jill, thank you for the lovely Christmas card. I really do appreciate it. It's amazing how many Christmas cards we got. Luann, I hope you're doing. Angelo, Merry Christmas. Happy holiday, guys. A lot of Christmas cards we got. We put them on a wall, and then we collect them. We put them back in the things. We got Christmas cards for many years of people and friends, which is so nice because you don't see that too often anymore. You know what I mean?
No, because people do it on social media or, and I don't mind doing that either.
Yeah.
Social media, people are so busy to sit and write a card out is very nice. I love getting them with pictures of their family and everything.
Family or whatever. I mean, I like that. It's very cool too. You're watching Ocean Spit, a little special Christmas Eve show, Twisted Tuesday, Ho Ho Tuesday with Carol Brandolino. Let's get to Mary Grievous and her beautiful real estate. Because people are still buying and selling homes during the holiday season. The perfect real estate professional, whether you're putting your home on the market or looking for your dream home, give her a call today. Available as buyers, sellers, for sale by owners, or expired listings. Berkshire Hathaway, Stark Real Estate. That's M. Grievous at starkre.com. Or give her a call at 630-688-1725. And then when we talk about Mary Real Estate, again, we're going to talk about the Chicago Music Cruise, which is not that far away, folks. Another, 3 months away, and we're all going on that cruise. Well, it's going to be fantastic. It's going to be March 23rd. If you're hearing it for the first time, March 23rd to the 30th, Royal Caribbean, Oasis of the Seas. It's 8 days instead of 6. Spring break, Florida. Oh, dogs all over now.
My dog's barking too.
Your dog is barking, then Zoe starts and heads towards the door. Fort Lauderdale, Carousel, Aruba, Coco Key, Bahamas, Mojo's Jukebox, Tony Ocean, and the main event band, Jersey Girls, Seventh Heaven. It's going to be a great cruise. Go to ChicagoMusicCruise.com or call Mary at 630-688-1725. Put in Tony Ocean. Tell them it's Tony Ocean. Want to go on the ocean with Ocean. It's going to be a good time, especially when you get to the point of getting on the ocean and going, oh, I just love that. And have them take care of everything where you don't have to do anything, get up, eat, drink, and just have a little fun. And that's what it's all about. It's a lot of fun. Okay, so a couple other stories here. I don't know if you guys might remember, if you're in the Chicagoland area, there was a place called Eppolito's, and Kathy watches it. It was a hair salon place. And I remember all the girls in school would say, oh, we can't wait. What are you going to do after high school? We're going to Eppolito's School of Cosmetology, whatever, folks. And it was there from 1963 to 1983. I don't know if Kathy's watching, and Jackie from Ace Hardware. That is the Eppolito family. So it was always just a nice place. And I always remember that. Very, very cool. Also, Evel Knievel. I know we talk about Evel Knievel all the time, and my good friend Christian Knievel will be at my birthday bash, and she is the granddaughter of Evel Knievel and the daughter of Robbie Knievel. They just put on the social media. It looks like Leonardo DiCaprio might be playing Evel Knievel in a major hit movie. So I'm excited about that, to see that. There's Emo Danny. How you doing? Merry Christmas. Susie Steele. Jeff, see you later, buddy. I hope you can bring Mary with you. And Rockin' Robin. Hey, Rockin' Ron. Merry Christmas, my buddy. I hope you guys are doing well. Anyway, Leonardo DiCaprio as Evel Knievel. I don't know if that's going to go down. I'm sure I'm going to ask Crystal when I see her on Saturday. It would be interesting because the last movie I think they made on him, George Hamilton did it in the 70s. It was real cheesy.
Okay.
But it will be very interesting to see on that. And another thing, talking about actors and actresses, think about this, Carol, or you guys and girls that are watching. TV shows, movies, Hallmark, regular movies. Now, when these couples are married, and in a lot of these movies, in movies in general, there's either a kissing scene, there's a in bed scene,
right?
Highly making out scene. I'm always wondering what the partner has to say when the guy's watching his wife in bed, or really have a steamy sex scene, or vice versa, or the wife is watching the actor. I wonder what that's going to be. What would that be like? I don't know, man. It's got to be. I mean, you got to have some thick skin, but they also know that going in, that's part of their job.
Yeah. I don't know what they think, but I do know that people have ended marriages. In the movies, all these in this industry, we've seen it happen with Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. He was with Jennifer Aniston, and after they did the movie Mr. and Mrs. Smith, which was a lot of scenes like that and very intimate and stuff like, you do have to really, you're not really having sex, obviously, but they're really kissing. They're really kissing.
Oh, and sometimes,
chemistry there. You can act, of course, some of it's acting, but I do notice in some movie scenes when it's real steamy, they'll probably have it in their contract. Like they won't really French kiss. Like they won't.
Right. You see this.
You could tell the difference.
Yeah. Whatever. So Ron German from the Late Geneva magazine. How you doing, Ron? I hope you're doing well. There's Wanda. Merry Christmas. Yeah, the cruise is going to be fun. Yeah, and I heard sometimes some actors, they're comfortable with it. They will lay in bed with their shorts on, obviously, or some don't care. But then you know what? Even though they're married and whatever, but sometimes the people they work with, and they get to spend so much time with these actors. When work is over, they're all about the same hotel or the same resort. And there's a lot, like you said, there's a lot of relationships that form.
Yeah.
Like you said, the chemistry that could happen when you're on location like that and somewhere for like 10 weeks or whatever it is. And some, it's got to be difficult.
They have to have a secure relationship. You have to be secure in a very secure marriage or relationship, whatever kind of relationship it is, because that's got to be difficult. Or I just wouldn't watch it. Sometimes you'd say just don't watch some people don't watch the movie. Maybe don't
watch it. And then, usually you guys know that when the actor and actresses get the script, they're going through their lines. Obviously, their partners are listening to them, and hey, you look at this line I have, or look what I'm doing in this movie, or look, I'm going to have to end up kissing, George Clooney if you're a girl, or, you know what I mean, or whatever it is. So, Albert from the Ron Onesti organization. Albert, Merry Christmas to you, my brother. Armando Supermarkets, buy local, shop local, 925 Liberty Street in Elgin. And Mike and Gigi's Crash Champions Collision Auto Repair for all your collision auto repair needs. Go to crashchampions.com. It's Twisted Ho-Ho Tuesday with Carol Brandolino. Christmas Eve, everybody. Merry Christmas to all you people watching. People right now with businesses right now, the CEOs are going through a lot of shit right now, getting a lot of slack. But think about kids in school. You know what? It's got to be very scary when you see all these school shootings. I wonder what these kids, Carol, you got younger kids. What do they say when they hear stuff about like that, when you hear about school shooting?
My daughter, especially, she's 13 and she's in 7th grade. There was a scare out here in our particular area. Somebody was putting stuff on threats on Facebook, and then they snowballed into these. It was all over social media. They had to close the schools down for like 2 days because, they had specific schools and they don't know if it's a prank or not. She literally was scared to death to go to school. Like she didn't go. A lot of kids didn't go for a couple of days. Parents are scared to send them. The schools are, at least out here, a lot of the schools are great. I mean, they have a lot of great security, but it's like Russian roulette sometimes. You're just sending your kid to school on a bus and this stuff's happening. It's really scary. And a lot of people, I guarantee if you look at statistics, I haven't, and I should have, the amount of homeschooling that's going on right now, and not just because of the school shootings, because those don't happen as much as you think. It's just that it's more prominent now because of social media. But like all the other stuff they were teaching in schools, like, what we were talking about, all these, sex stuff and this stuff and that stuff, parents are just not, they're homeschooling because they don't want their kids learning and hearing the stuff that they're hearing from some teachers, the curriculum. And obviously my kids have heard the most from other students. But that's where they're hearing, oh my God, some of the stuff they come up and tell me sometimes when they were from 10 years old.
Yeah, I can't just imagine. How about when I hear the stories with a teacher, whether it's a male or a female, falls in love with or starts screwing around with a student?
Oh yeah, it's happening.
It's got to be crazy. Yep. Karen, Merry Christmas. And Boyd says, how hard can it be to have the sex scenes? Well, I don't know.
But I mean,
there, Boyd. Absolutely. He comes up with some good ones. Every time I know I'm going to get a good one from Boyd. You want an Ocean's Pit? I mean, a little bit. Keith Richards said, Keith Richards of the Rolling Stones said, I never had any problem with drugs. I only had problem with the police because the police kept busting him.
Right.
Oh God, I gotta love Keith Richards, man. Well, yeah. And retiring from politics, Joe Biden laments. He said one thing he regrets of his political career: never having served as president of the United States. You guys are still going. Still, Chuck Wright
they're
said
still
that
going. They're still
a little
going.
crazy. Okay, so we're talking about sports events or concerts. Sports events, you go like to a Cubs game, and how much beers are, or pop, hot dogs, food. Phoenix Suns, which is a team in basketball, the owners changing food prices at the stadium to $2. Matt Hishpia has a $2 value meal menu for concessions items, a Footprint Center, trying to make a game day experience more affordable for families. So that's kind of cool that they actually have that. I know the Sox were doing like $5 hot dogs on Tuesdays or something like that. I mean, think they should all start doing that.
Yeah, make the food affordable. Okay, the drinks, you know what? Charge them up the ass if you want, but make the food affordable so that you can feed your kids at a ballpark. You know what? This reminds me of one of the most embarrassing things I've probably ever, that I remember done. I'm a Sox fan. I grew up South Side, but I'm a Chicago fan. But my friend brought me to a Cubs game, and it was just like great tickets. You couldn't say no to the seats, and we went. This was years ago. We were having our drinks. It was a beautiful day outside, and I had too many drinks, and I was hungry, and I was like, man, I don't want to, I just don't want to eat this or that. Well, there was this guy that had his little boy at the game with him, like maybe 5-6 years old, and he had him on his shoulders a lot of the game, and we were like saying hi, blah blah blah. Well, the guy was gone for like a half hour, at least 40 minutes, like gone. I'm like, and it was closer to the end of the game. So we thought he left. Okay. Well, the kid left like all his like snacks there.
You guys ate the snacks?
I was like, oh my God, they're not coming back. So I like grabbed all the candy and I was like just shoveling it into my mouth. And I was like,
my God.
All of a sudden I look up the stairs, you know how they were like walking down, and I'm like, oh my God. I was like, what are we going to do? And I'm like putting the bags back like this empty. I was like, oh my God.
What happened? Did they find out?
They didn't say anything. I just put whatever I put back in the seats. They were gone for like 45 minutes. My friend goes, oh my God, what are you gonna do? I'm not gonna say shit. I'm not gonna say shit.
Boy, you're lucky there. Imagine the kid goes, I can't wait to get to those French fries or peanuts, and they're all gone.
It was candy and junk, but I felt like I was so embarrassed, but I was, embarrassing. But I did it.
That's a story for you. You always hear something new. This is interesting, Carol. I don't know if this is true or anybody that's listening or watching right now, but Russia says it has developed a cancer vaccine that will be distributed for free. Russia has unveiled its mRNA-based cancer vaccine, aiming to free distribution of patients starting in early 2025. Developed by corporation and research centers like the Gamaleya Institute. While promising the vaccine must undergo further trials and approvals, marketing this. Do you imagine if they had some sort of vaccine for cancer?
I mean, I'm hoping in my lifetime. I pray in my lifetime. Like I just told my daughter today, you're going to see so much in your lifetime. I hope. She said like ear pods right now can act as hearing aids. There's something new she saw that they can act as hearing aids too, right? Yeah. I mean, I definitely believe there's a cure for cancer.
I believe there's a cure for cancer too.
It has to be. But if Russia, we'll see. I guess it's all about the trials, right? And people using it and seeing what happens, or what they're going to test it on. Usually they test things on animals first, but then, trials, these are the trials people go to when they're at the end of their, chemo and it's not working, or, something like that.
The thing that really pisses me off is if Russia, there you go, Debbie, they have it already. Debbie, I believe you. Debbie Wilmette says, I believe they have the cancer, but you never hear the United States posting something like this. This is Russia says that they're coming up with something. Imagine if they were the first ones to actually have a vaccine that helps or shrinks the cancer or whatever, and they bring it to their people, And we have one here in the United States, and we'll never bring it out to people.
Well, what that makes me think of off the bat is what's their healthcare like in Russia? Like, you know how we talk about these countries that have healthcare that's kind of it's free, or they don't charge people like the, the United States, we see what happens with us with healthcare. So they're not going to be losing out on anything. It's not helping them and keeping people sick for long periods of time, because the healthcare, you're not paying into these pharmaceutical companies. So these countries that aren't getting rich off of death and sickness, it behooves them to have something that cures these illnesses, these diseases. Absolutely. But for the United States, if somebody came out with something like that, they'd get killed just like that other guy did. Somebody would kill him. Okay.
Yeah. Why would you believe that? Even though some doctors, I remember there was a movie. I forgot the name of the movie, but it was Al Pacino and maybe some of the listeners, Al Pacino and Russell, what's his name? Russell Crowe. And it was about the professor who was working at the cigarette company, tobacco company, and he realized that tobacco is bad for people. And their company tried to hide it, and he wanted to go out and put it in public, and he got death threats and stuff like that. It was a great movie with Al Pacino and Russell Crowe. Basic story on this professor who realized that cigarette smoke is bad for you. It's a great movie. Danny, how you doing? There's so much money, Pharma will lose out, which is a shame. I agree with you. You guys all make sense. There's our buddy Danny Mazzi, Armando's. Do the doctors have the doctors have to have no practice insurance? Ooh, maybe in Russia they don't. I don't know, Boyd. I know a lot of doctors do have it here in the United States, not only for insurance, but because they don't want to be sued.
Well, malpractice. Those are one of the highest insurances I think doctors have to pay for on their end. I mean, it's almost not worth being a doctor. I think it's or having your own practice for sure, because if you're the one that's going to incur this malpractice, you're screwed.
Oh, I agree with you. Yeah. So, it'll be interesting to see if something like that happens.
Yeah.
This is interesting. Joe Dex just texted us in. He's also from the Cave Dwellers, a band in Chicago. They took out CD players in cars. I hate it when they did that. Streaming kills royalties for songwriters and artists. Now, it's proof. Did you know that one CD vinyl sale earns more income for an artist than 200 hours of streaming? For the artist, for one $20 to $25 album or CD sale earns about the same as the royalties paid on a $5,000 track streams. It's horrible for doing to the artist. It's horrible. This streaming sucks. I love CDs. I love to have CDs. I love to have a record player. I love that stuff with vinyl, and it's just horrible. When I remember I don't know, 10 years ago when I got the Cadillac and I called up Frank because I lease every 3 years. Frank, I can't find the CD player. Oh, it's not there no more. It was almost how pissed off people were when they found out the lighter was gone from the cars. Remember the lighter?
Yeah, when you plug it,
and it was gone from the cars. They removed that too. Right. General, what's up, my brother? Hope to see you later, pal. So interesting stuff. Now, here's something. I won't have to say who it's from, but I will. It's a question, and Carol, tell me what you think. Here's a question.
Should I be offended?
What happened?
Should I be offended? My husband wants me to wear an apron for the get-together.
Wait, guys, can you just put in real fast? Look at Laura's outfit.
I want to know if I should be offended.
Wait, move in this way. Move in.
Should I be offended? My husband buys me the Santa apron.
It looks nice.
That I'm supposed to wear today. So is this a good thing, or should I be offended?
That's what Mama Claus wears, and that's what
women wear. I think he wants you to wear it later. He wants you to wear it later. That's not for cooking,
that's better, because I don't know if I'm supposed to be, Merry Christmas, Carol, and everybody.
Love you. Merry Christmas.
You look beautiful, by the way. Thank you so much.
Oh boy. You're on your game. You're on your game.
I'm trying. It's the holidays. Got it, brother.
Oh,
boy.
I love it.
There you go. Carlo Nasca. What's up, buddy? Billy Hall from Billy Hall, the Vintage Saints. How you doing, buddy? And the Dream Police. There you go. All right. So here's the question, Carol. And this is for guys and gals out there. Here's a question. You're dating a new guy or a girl, and on their face page or Facebook page, they have a pic of their ex still on their page in the photos. Let's say you marry him or her, and they still haven't taken down the ex pics. Why? Why are they still up? I wouldn't want to see an ex in my photos.
What do you think about that makes zero sense.
Great question.
All right. Well, here's the thing. Some people don't go on Facebook anymore. A lot of people if you go back and look at someone's Facebook page, the last post was 2017 or 2018. That means they don't go on it anymore. That's the only excuse I would accept, because other than that, the person's picture should not be up there anymore, especially if you're in a serious relationship. God forbid you're married, but it's still up there.
Emo from Florida says goodbye. Carlo Nasca says red flag. Absolutely.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah,
that's good questions. Erica, how you doing, my dear friend? Thank you so much. Merry Christmas. Also, Lee Stevens, another great entertainer. How you doing, Lee? There you go. Boyd says stupidity. It's disrespect to the person that you're dating. Very wrong to do. Very wrong to do.
Yeah. It's a no-brainer. For sure.
It's a no-brainer, but it makes sense.
Yeah.
DUI. Look at this. Jason Pegovich, principal of the Bolingbrook High School, has arrested on a DUI early this Tuesday morning. Elmhurst Police Department. That's got to be embarrassing. A DUI is bad, because I've had one. A DUI is bad, folks. But what's bad when you're a school principal?
Yes, of teenagers. If it's a high school principal on top of it, you're just kind of screwed. The respect factor, I think, you can't preach to people if kids in high school, that's a bad situation all around. I feel.
I agree with you. I agree. It wouldn't work for me. Danny says, Mel Lennon Reed, Merry Christmas. If a guy I dated would hit the reject button. There you go, Carlo.
Yeah.
This is pretty shitty. This is going back to basketball. The Charlotte Hornets, the NBA, during the game, a young basketball fan was gifted a PS5, which is nice to get the gift. Second, that was during camera. So people watching the little boy winning the gift, and they were smiling. Seconds after the camera was off, a team employee took the PlayStation back and gave the 13-year-old a team jersey in its place.
What?
Yes, this is Inside Edition during a Charlotte Hornets game, which is the NBA, National Basketball Association. This team, so for the cameras only, they gave this kid a PS5. How cool is that? The kid's all excited. Ma, look what I got. And then they take it away from him and give him a cheap jersey.
Oh, that's brutal.
Now, there is some investigation going on to see what's going to happen with that, but that's a low move. Low move.
Look at the amount of money these and player NBA, whatever industry they're in, how much money they have. You know what I mean? These teams.
You give a gift, you don't take it back. What's wrong with these people? Unbelievable. Folks, you're watching Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. How about airtight windows? If you're looking for windows and you want it done right, do it right with Airtight. For honesty, quality, dependability, do it right with Airtight. Serving Chicagoland for 35 years, do it right with Airtight. Call my buddy Louis Pipes at 708-788-5000. And tell them Tony O sent you. That's Airtight Windows. Buy local, shop local. And let's keep it going for my good buddy Jack Vena Landscaping. My good friend, cousin Tommy, he is the best. They offer monthly maintenance programs, bush trimming, spring and fall cleanup, bed mulching, fertilizing, weed control. They offer plant design, service, installation, gutter cleanup, servicing the North Shore for 44 years. Call cousin Tommy at Jack Vena Landscaping, 847-432-5266. My good friend, Tommy. Hope you're feeling better. Anyway, guys, it is Christmas Eve show. And here we are, me and Carol Bendolino and Ho Twisted Tuesday. What Dix is right. Jeanette, Carol, you look more beautiful every time I see you. Our good friend, Jeanette. Thank you, Jeanette.
Thank you, Jeanette. You're beautiful. Such a sweet
you guys are very sweet with all your comments. Now, here it is. Did you ever wonder why we have a yawn? Now, is it because you don't get enough oxygen into your brain, if that's right?
That sounds about right.
What is the purpose of a yawn? People yawn, pets and animals yawn. Do bugs yawn? This is an actual purpose. What is the actual purpose of the yawn? Okay. What exactly does it accomplish? Weird things cross my mind. Somebody that posted this.
Okay.
To cool the brain, yawning can lower brain temperature by changing blood flow in the face and bringing in extra air. Yawning is more likely to happen when the body is abnormally warm, like during heat, stress, or hypothermia.
Oh, I did not know that. You learn something new every day on this show.
There you go. You learn. Yep. And Ron, Paul knew. Merry Christmas. Happy. Paul, you are really fun to hear. My best buddy is Vito Zotto. He used to follow me when he was 9. My band played in Navarone and Elk Grove Village. Arcardo's best friend, Bill Porter, did all my arrangements. Oh, Bill Porter's incredible. He was the best. God bless you. Thank you, Paul, for your kind words. And you're watching Ocean Spit. I occasionally wondered the same thing about hiccups. What happened?
No, that's okay.
It said Paul knew. That's all it says. Paul knew. Anyway, I got 5 kids and live in the Chicagoland area. Okay, Paul, thank you. Also, they occasionally wondered the same thing about hiccups. Wonder what's the purpose of hiccups?
I don't know any of these answers.
I did not know, but I thought someone said that you yawn when your brain needs air. Okay. So there you go. Interesting. Ryan, I'm watching Winter Classic, the Blackhawks versus St. Louis Wrigley Field. All right, that's interesting. Yolanda, what's up, my dear friend? Merry Christmas. Mo, can you move your ball so you can see it? You know, that's Carol's hat.
Isn't she talking about this ball?
I hope it's not the other one. Okay.
There's your ball. It's right there. There's
the ball. There it is. All right. Thank you, Jeanette. Hiccups. I heard too much air in your stomach.
Oh, okay.
There you go, Pina. Well, thank you. We're learning some health stuff here at Ocean's Pit during Ho Twisted Tuesday. All right, guys, climate change. I don't know. In 1933, Al Gore first started his climate alarmist hoax, supposedly, that people are saying a 10-year challenge. In 1993, they only have 10 years to save the planet. Back in 2003, we only have 10 years to save the planet. In 2013, we only have 10 years to save the planet. In 2022, we only have 10 years to save the planet. I don't know. I believe that there's something there when it comes to that.
For sure. For sure there is.
Yeah.
But it's not ending anytime soon. Everybody, I think, has to be more, conscious of what they're doing. I mean, absolutely.
I don't know, but you know what? Whether you believe in God, I do. But if you didn't believe in God or whatever, he's got to be up there going, what the hell is going on in this world? Frankie Setta, Lori Maxey, I hope you do. Lenny Rago, my buddy Lenny, man. He's at Panini's Pizza. And, of course, for Seventh Heaven, Lenny, how are you doing? Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
Hope you're feeling better, Frankie. Frankie was really sick.
Yeah, he wasn't feeling good.
He walked in pneumonia. I hope you're feeling better.
Yeah, so I don't know, but I see it's getting right. I mean, we don't have the winters like we used to here, at least not here in Illinois. Look at Florida, how Arizona, how hot it's been getting. Usually it was only for a small period of time, but they broke some big records in Arizona this past summer. And even in Florida, it's a little cold now, so I don't know, man.
Maybe our weather in the Midwest is going to turn into Florida's weather one day. And then Florida's going to get the Midwest weather. Maybe it'll just all start to change. Maybe we'll have some beautiful weather here one day all year long.
I agree. Here's a question for you ladies out there. 10 things women notice first about men. There's top 4. Well, top 1 is your scent, what you smell like. Number 2 is your hairstyle.
Okay.
Number 3 is your hands and nails. And number 4 is your shoes. I did mention this many times when I went to Japan with the Rat Pack back in 1997. You walked off the plane, and when you got to where you're going, the Japanese looked at a man. They looked at his nails to see how his hands were, and they looked at his shoes. If the shoes were shined, because you can have a nice suit on, but you can have a cheap pair of Payless shoes. Nothing wrong with Payless shoes, but not when you wear them in a nice suit. You know what I mean? Right. And that's the first thing they look at. So it makes sense. There's Lisa P. in the house. What's up, Lee? Lisa, Merry Christmas, my friend. So what, Carol? What is it? Right? As a woman, Lori Maxey says shoes. Pina says care and package. There you go. Okay. All right.
Yeah. You know what? I don't know what I notice. I have to say, like a nice smile. They're definitely they're, like you said, if they smell nice, they take care of how they dress just in general.
Yeah.
I think they're dressed. I mean, too, you might not be anywhere fancy. So if they're
right. Depends on the situation. Right.
Just clean, not wrinkled up and, not all wrinkled up, just like you could tell they care about how they look.
Right. Exactly. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Makes a hell of a lot of sense.
Yeah.
You're watching Ocean's Pit, a little show about big things. It's Twisted Ho Ho Tuesday, Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays, everybody. Yeah. All right. Did you know, Carol, a woman's brain shrinks during pregnancy?
Oh.
That can take up to 6 months to regain its full size.
I did not know that, but I do believe that. And I experienced it too, because you do dumb shit when you're pregnant. I'm telling you, when you're pregnant, there's things that your mind is not fully there. It just isn't, because that baby is just sucking it all out of you. It's taking everything good that you have and just soaking it all in, which is good for the baby.
I think it's good for the baby, but and some of us can't think anyway. You don't have to be pregnant. Our brains are a little shot as it is.
That's
I know
true. That is true.
I have to admit, Merry Christmas, Michael. Thank you again, Paul. All right, guys, Elon Musk. Now, we have the new president-elect coming. Donald Trump President Donald Trump will take office on January 20th, and his staff that he has. Some people are happy with his staff, some people aren't. But Elon Musk says the IRS would be audited by the Department of Government. I think all these different departments in the government now are going to have to watch out with Donald Trump coming in there, because I think
they're going to be monitored, which they need to be
monitored, and I think they're going to clean house.
Correct.
A lot of these companies,
monitored, because the people at the top, well, not the very top, but the government wasn't being monitored, and somebody has to monitor the government. Somebody that's trustworthy. And this is the biggest reason I think so many people wanted Trump to win. It's not has anything to do with all the dumb bullshit that they were talking about.
Right.
It is somebody has to start questioning the top, who
agree.
Are answering to and paying all our money to. And, we're literally going broke because of. Okay?
I agree with you 100%. I think Terry says, I think my brain is gone. Terry, I agree. Mine's gone too. I don't think my brain ever came back, Jeanette says. Okay. Debbie Wilmette says eyes, teeth, and how they're dressed. Good point. All good points, guys. All right, listen to this, Carol. Here it is. And it's again happening not in the United States of America. UK permanently bans puberty blockers for children.
Good. Bravo.
Great news coming out of the UK, protecting children's health and their long-term development. Right? These puberty blockers. Right. What is puberty blockers? What is this actually?
Puberty, it like stops them from going into puberty, like developing. It stops them from developing naturally as a boy or as a girl. Like, when a boy goes through puberty, everything starts changing, right? And they grow into a man. Or when a girl's going through puberty, they start to develop.
No, I got it. But I never knew there was actually pills for this that can stop
puberty blockers. Yeah, it's like fighting nature. It's your natural process. Like, no, you can't do that. And listen, it is a drug. Puberty blockers has to be a prescription, a drug, right? It has to be. So that's something I would not want to put in my child's body. They're talking about vaccinate the shit out of your children, but but they want to put, I don't know. I don't know. I can't.
So they're almost like that commercial for, fat blockers or whatever it is. There's stuff that they have. And I never knew there was stuff, but look, the UK's banning it. I think it's a good idea. Johnny G. Garini is in the house, buddy. Great entertainer in Chicago. Johnny, finally, we got a show together at the Arcada Theater in October 2025. I think it's Tony Ocean and Friends. Wait till you see that show. We'll make more announcements as we get closer to October. But I finally get to work with John. Very cool. All right. So let's see what else we got here. Average. This is interesting, Carol. USA average salaries. This is an average salary, for people in the United States. And here are the different states. I'm just going to name the top 5. Massachusetts, an average salary is $76,600 a year. New York is $74,870. California, $73,000. Washington, $72,000. New Jersey, $70,000. Illinois, $63,930 is the average salary for people in the United States. And I mean, there's so many. Iowa's 53, New Mexico 54, Wyoming 55, Georgia 58. It also depends on what kind of job you have, but these, they say, are the actual salaries in the United States.
Yeah.
Police officers. Do you know, Carol, police officers are, when they get police dogs,
Yeah.
and they train them. And what I never found out, what happens to the dogs that can't meet the standards to become a police dog? They're not angry enough, or they can't get mean enough. And I just found out that you can now adopt a too friendly dog who failed the police training.
Wow.
So there you go. And you can.
And a lot of times, a lot of these dogs that retire and stuff like that, they are used. I know a lot of programs for veterans, for PTSD for veterans, that, they're like I can't think of the word, but for trauma and stuff like that, but they're comfort dogs,
Oh, yeah. Very cool. Very cool. Johnny G says the cost of living is outrageous, though.
Yeah.
That salary is not enough if you think about it.
Agreed. 1,000%. It's not with the cost of living right now. 63,000, if that's the average. You can't live alone and pay your mortgage or rent.
What if you're a mom with kids and that's all you're making is $60,000 a year? I mean, that's insane. Insane. Let's just hope things change in the new year. Sometimes the best Christmas present is remembering what you've already already got.
Yep.
We're pretty lucky in our lives. We all go through our ups and downs, and we're going to all go through ups and downs, health or personal or money, whatever. People can say, if I had this, if I had this, if I had all the money, I'd be able to do this. I know a lot of millionaires, folks, that are miserable.
Yes. Me too.
And you know what? No matter what anybody's going through right now out there or whatever, things are going to get better. Just, it's part of life. And I'm hoping that 2025 does good for everybody. And I think that's important. It really is.
Yeah.
You don't know a person until. You don't know a person until you live with them.
Yep.
You deal with them when they're angry.
Yeah.
You deal with them when they're drunk.
Yeah.
When money is involved, or you travel, or you travel with them.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Okay. That's true. I think those are excellent.
You want to go on a date somebody. Say you're going out a couple months.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But you haven't went on a trip yet. Forget flying anywhere.
Oh, God.
Get in the car with somebody.
Oh, God.
Drive 6 to 7, 8 hours. If you come back from that car ride and you still get along, then you might have found a good mate there.
Yeah. That makes sense to me. But I always would tell people this too. On the other hand, when you're on vacation, let's say you're married or you're even in a long-term relationship, if you can't get along on a nice vacation, if you can't, because that's where you're away from all your troubles, right? You're away from work. You're away from whatever. You're by yourselves. You're on this with ocean there, right? This beautiful. If you can't get along there, end it. Dumpa. Like Chaz Mom and Terry said. Dump them.
Come
Get
back,
out of there.
Come back from your trip. Take another plane trip home and say goodbye. Terry, that's why I live alone. Come as I go as I please. I don't have to answer to anyone. Well, it makes a lot of sense there.
Yeah.
Very, very good. Right. What's going on over? Anything else good?
Yeah. So I just, I'm going to take my quick minute here. I do want to say 2024 has been a big year. And I was thinking about it because that's all I do is think, and I don't sleep anymore. But I just thought to myself, God, it's truly amazing what perspective is, because you start to think, oh my God, how has it been bad? So you start thinking about the negative. But then I thought to myself, in 1 year, it's actually been the best year of my life, as well as one of the worst years of my life. It's literally had the best things have happened. Some of the best things have happened to me, and some of the absolute worst things I hope that it'll, have happened to me. Yeah. And you know what? If I just focus on the good stuff that happened and leave the bad where it should stay,
yes,
I feel 100 times better. And honestly, my relationship with God, and it could sound cheesy to some people, I don't care anymore. Like, honestly, my relationship with God has grown so much this year. so much that I always believed in God. Always. I don't go to church on Sundays. But you know what? You don't have to. It's not about church. If you feel comfortable at church,
I agree with you.
Go. If you get something from church, go.
Yes.
But I am spiritual more, and I pray a lot. I always have. But I have literally, if you look for the signs and you look at the things God is giving you and the good things that happen when the worst is happening, that's God. Trust me, it is, because sometimes there's no other way to explain it. When there's no other explanation for something, look up and say thank you. And that's it. And continue to live your life as a good person. Because if you continue to be a good person, good things are going to come your way. They will. Bad things are going to happen too, but that's life. It's how you react to the bad things that matter. That's it.
Yeah.
Don't
give it. And you're right. And also when you have a good heart, people know you'll fuck up. We fuck up. We all fuck up.
Absolutely.
We fuck up. But the point is they also know your heart. And when you have a good heart, they go, okay, just a bad shot or a bad mistake. And it happens. It happens. And you're absolutely right, Carol. Smart words you said today. And it really means a lot today. Not everyone will be home for Christmas. Here's a big thank you for Merry Christmas to all our troops out there. Thank you so much for fighting for our country and doing what you're doing. And here, this was funny back in the day. If you guys remember when you were a kid, you went to these old carnivals, these different carnivals, and they have these side attractions. They have the horse with the unicorn and all this shit.
Right.
Made you believe that. But in 1963, the Bronx Zoo had an exhibit called The Most Dangerous Animal.
Okay.
So people be in line going to the zoo to walk into this section. And when they found out, they walked in and it was a mirror. You walked in, you looked into it. The human being is the worst animal in the world.
That's very powerful.
You got to think about this, folks. Lions attack people because you're bothering their kids or they're going into their stuff. Animals just don't attack to attack. The human beings are horrible what they're doing to these people with the kids.
They feel threatened.
The murders,
right, they're threatened.
Blah, 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 blah. And stop blaming the alcohol. Stop blaming the cigarettes. Stop blaming McDonald's for being fat. Stop blaming the guns. It's got nothing to do with that. It's the individual. It's the human being.
Yeah, I agree. If we have one, I don't know what, Gianni, how long is it? 30 seconds, maybe a minute, not even a minute, 30 seconds. 40
Is he going to play?
Yeah, he wants it. He's going to,
come on, let's go. We got Carol's kid, Gianni. And he plays a little guitar. So come on, Johnny, where you at? Yeah, I was wondering what was going on.
He even put oh God, he's dressed in a Christmas elf costume.
Come on, Giovanni. Come on, buddy.
Get up there. All right. You ready?
Come on, they want to see it.
All right. He's gonna start. What music? Just play it. Don't put the music.
All right. Give us a little tuning, Johnny boy.
Tune in. Get in the thing. All right. All right.
Are we gonna see him too?
Yeah, come on, move over, dude.
Come on, get in front of the camera.
But you got to get in front of the camera. You can set it in front of the camera.
Yeah, come on. Oh, okay, keep coming. All right.
Put it on now. Right there.
Go ahead, Johnny. Give us a play, buddy. Go ahead. Yeah. Yeah, baby, yeah. Woo! Woo! Yeah, great job there, Johnny. Give it up for Johnny, everybody. Woo, woo, woo.
Merry Christmas. Thank you so much. Everybody, Merry Christmas. I heard that someone from Seventh Heaven was on there.
Yeah. Oh, he goes, I heard someone from Seventh Heaven was on there.
Thank God, my dear. Yeah, man,
he goes, if you never need a backup guitarist, I'm here.
That is so cool. Playing Carol of the Bells, man. Merry Christmas. That is a great job. And wow,
good job.
Wow.
Bravo.
Oh, that's a future there, my buddy. And I love when he put the little Eddie Van Halen.
Yeah, he loves it. He loves it.
That's very, very good, Yanni. You should be very proud, Carol.
Thank
Absolutely.
you, G. I'm very proud. Thank you, G. Good job.
Anytime, man. Anytime. Well, guys, we know it is the holiday season, and it is coming to the end of the hour, ladies and gentlemen. And one thing I want to say right now about Ron Onesti, our very good friend, folks. Times are tough. We received an email from a guy who lost his job 3 months ago, unable to scrape up enough to get his little kids presents and stuff. So Ron Onesti right now, if you know anybody out there that's suffering and has no job, maybe lost their job, needs something, Ron is offering free tickets to go see any of the concerts there. You can go to oshows.com and Ron will leave free tickets. And it's a nice thing to do, especially during this time of year. It's very, very important. Wow, very cool for Mr. Ron Onesti to do that. And also right now, folks, there's help for people who are going through some crisis right now. Suicide hotline, 1-800-273-8255. Addiction hotline, 1-800-950-4291. Eating disorder hotline, 1-800-931-2237. And another one that's very dangerous is depression hotline, 1-800-931-2237. These are numbers that you guys should, if you need anybody out there looking for help, please give them the number, because there is help out there. There is help out there.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thursday will be 26th of December will be a Bellagio with the Main Event Band in Roselle, 7 o'clock hit. Friday, Chicago Prime Steakhouse on the 27th, and Tony Ocean's birthday, 62 birthday bash at Ron Onesti's Club Arcata Speakeasy on the 28th. And the 29th will be all the clothes that we've been getting. The food drive or clothes drive, we're going to be handing them out, me and my buddy Danny Nozak, on Wacker Drive on Sunday morning. And we're going to be handing it out to the homeless people in Chicago. So bring whatever homeless you got stuff you got to any of our gigs, or you can drop it off at the Tiny Tap in
Lamont.
In Lamont,
yeah.
And,
Tap House Grill
in Lamont, and by Gigi and Are We Live, and we're going to be getting all that stuff and passing them out. Don't forget, folks, January, New Year's Eve, we'll be at Moretti's in Elgin with Ocean's Rap Pack for the first 90 minutes, and then Tony Ocean, the Main Event Band, Danny, Tonio, Tony Toto, Jerry Jams, Mikey D, Ron Starr. It's going to be jumping. We're going to be DJ, and it's going to be a lot of fun of dancing. It's a great deal, $90. You can't beat that a person. It's at Elgin and Moretti's. And our first show of the year will be January 2nd at Zaza's in Lake Barrington. The 9th will be at Capri in Downers Grove. 13th will be one of my last shows for my buddy Ryan. I think I don't know how much longer he's going to be there at Bugsy's and McHenry. So we're going to be there on the 13th to celebrate. And then the 11th will be at Big Sammy's in Plainfield on a Saturday, which I've not ever played there on a Saturday. We got birthdays for Christmas. Now, some of these birthdays are a couple days behind. So for Wednesday, December 24th, Gina Martin, the great daughter of the great Dean Martin, celebrating a birthday. My good friend Pam and Dave, happy birthday, Pam. Again, Frank Zappa celebrating a birthday. Elliot Easton from the Cars. Charlie Rich, the Silver Fox, the Gray Fox, the great country singer. Chris and Mark Robinson from Black Crows celebrating a birthday. My good buddy, Nicky Marnos. Nicky, wherever you are, happy birthday. Gotta love that, man. Rick Nielsen of Cheap Trick celebrating a birthday. Dave Kingman, for all you Cub fans. He would also, at one time, he hit 48 home runs when he was a Cub. William Refrigerator Perry of the Chicago Bears, 62 years old. Let's see. Rick Springfield, Jesse's girl, is 75. Mike and Sergio, Tony Toto's twins. Happy birthday. I never knew he had twins. There they are, his two brothers. Jane Fonda. Ray Romano is 67 years old. Oh, my God. Gene Rayburn from Match Game, one of my favorite TV shows. Paul Winchell, who was the voice of Winnie the Pooh. Love him. I love his voice. And my good friend Lorena from Seventh Heaven celebrating a birthday, too. I hope I pronounced that name right. I'm horrible with that. Anyway, guys, Carol, it's been a great year, 2024. Yes. I wish you the best for you and your family, and you enjoy and have some fun, have some drinks. We'll be back. Next Tuesday, we'll come back on for New Year's Eve and do a little blast. But guys, tomorrow is Christmas. We will not be here. Our show will be back here on Friday. On Thursday, me and Laura Ocean will be back on the 26th. But guys, also, and let's thank our good friends again. Last but not least, again, the great Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. Buy local. Download the Ace Rewards app. Easy way to keep track. Points, coupons, and special offers. Ace has been helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. Guys, thank you so much for watching the show. Another Christmas, and happy holidays, and for all your input, and thank you for the sponsors. And it's been fun for here at Twisted Tuesday, Ho Ho Tuesday. Carol, thank you so much, my dear friend. You guys have a great holiday. We'll see you guys hopefully at my 62nd birthday on the 28th. And we're going to have a lot of fun, a lot of surprises. It's going to be good.
Yeah.
Peace and love, everybody. Buy local, shop local, support local establishments, support live entertainment. It's important to be nice.
Yes.
Come together, as John Lennon says. It's important right now. If you have any beefs right now, try to fix it if you can. If not, it is what it is. But if you can't, if you can fix it, do it. And Ringo says peace and love, everybody. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays. Bye-bye, Carol. Bye-bye, everybody. God bless you. Have a great Christmas day. Merry Christmas. Ho, 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 everybody. God best. Bye-bye, everybody. Woo.
Time to go. It's the end of the show. See you later from town.
Merry Christmas, everybody. God bless. Happy holidays from everybody here from the Tony Ocean Show and Ocean's Pit, the little show about big things.